Happy Friday,
What's
y'all.
up?
Welcome to the Roscoe's Tavern viewing party of RuPaul's Drag Race All-Stars 10.
Yes. How we doing, Roscoe?
How we do? You guys, we need a little
Are
more
we
energy.
good? Are we ready to have a good time?
Yeah. I think there's
All right, I think we're ready. You ladies want to have a
seat?
seat? Let's have a seat.
We're
Gorge.
kicking off semifinals, and
Yes.
we have two amazing special guests joining us.
Yes.
All the way from season 17 and All Stars 10. Please give it up for Lydia B. Kollins. Let's go, Diva.
I love it. Our next guest, my season 8 sister from La Isla del Encanto, Puerto Rico. Please welcome the very lovely and super talented Miss
Cynthia Lee
Fontaine.
Fontaine.
Yes. I live with a drink and all.
I'm ready to talk.
Okay.
Yes. Welcome. How are you ladies doing?
We're doing fantastic.
Amazing. Thank you. How are you?
I'm good. You both look very beautiful. I'm so excited.
Thank you.
Oh, thank you. I take a shower today for all of you.
I love
So
that
generous.
I love that you found that hilarious. Anyway, we're super excited that these brackets have united. Yes?
Semifinals is kicking off. We are now down to our top 9.
9.
Yes.
Yes. 9. I'm super excited about it. Oh, 9 plus 1 gets to come back, right?
True. Yes,
Oh,
ma'am.
yeah.
1 gets to come back.
Wild
Some would
card.
say 10.
Yeah, so it'll be 10 eventually. We're super excited to see how this turns out. But if y'all ready to get this shindig started, we'll go right into it. Are we ready to start this shindig? Before we do, we want to thank our sponsors, Hornitos. Thank you, Hornitos.
Love you.
Thank you,
All right,
Rita.
come on, Mikey, throw it on. Okay. Let's jump right in. Okay, so Cynthia, tell us why you hate ginger. I'm just kidding. No.
I forget about your joke.
I mean, unless if you want to really answer it, but no. Okay, no. Let's talk about going in, and you see all the girls. Did you know who was going to be in these final, semi-final? This is for both of you. Who was going to be in this bracket? You already knew Ginger's going in, and this one's going in, and that one's going in. Or were you completely blinded when you went into this workroom this time around?
Well, we saw them backstage. So yes, I did know who was going in. Yes. What about you?
I didn't know anything. I'm not a scientist, no.
So they knew. Okay, was there anyone that surprised you? And was there anyone that you were surprised that didn't make it?
Tina Burner.
Tina Burner?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
My bad.
She's a good competitor. Ooh.
That was your mom's wrongdoing.
No, that's right. You're right.
Because she did a great job on her bracket. Do you
Yes.
guys agree? Comedy, that design challenge is, for me, beside Eureka, design challenge. It was amazing, so, and not seeing her, I was a little bit surprised, yes.
Yeah. I was pleasantly surprised to see you there. I just was.
I know, everybody was surprised, even
Yeah.
housekeeping of the studios.
Yeah.
Oh, she have talent, she passed. Wow, amazing.
But I was surprised. You're such a treat. So I was very excited that you were there. You're very wonderful.
You. In Spanish, mi culito, Lydia culito. Kollins.
Now, we know y'all had a little bit of time from making it to the semifinals till now. Cynthia, did Acid follow through on helping you get ready for this? And Lydia, did you have any help from Corey or your sisters?
So I was touring by the time that we did this next part, so I was very much outsourcing
Yes.
I did get help from Corey and my friends. So a lot of this is definitely me, but not the me that you're used to seeing, I
Okay.
guess. What about you?
Well, Acid was helping me, jokes, comedy. Guys, she's amazing on that, And I discovered myself during my bracket number 3 that I was a good writer because of the design challenge story, And I don't give a people said it was a mess. It have 2 wishes and 2 wants. Okay, the magic chancla and the money, and the money gone. It's okay, boom. Anyway, but the thing is that she was helping me with everything. Time was a little bit limited for me, so we don't have time to develop like looks that we want for me to ask it to design. But I mean, she was guiding me to everything. You need to do this for, your impersonation. You need to do this for your makeup and things like that, So she was present.
Acid actually wore a skin suit of Cynthia and competed for her on the season.
No, I love
Thank you for the question. Thank you.
Yeah, some more.
Yeah, so Lydia, you had probably one of the quickest turnarounds we've ever seen on Drag Race. What were you feeling? Yeah.
Yes, please. We haven't seen you since, so you definitely.
What was the hardest part for you coming into this?
I mean, I don't know. I guess it was trying to make so for the first bracket, the second bracket, it was just making the looks for that. That was definitely very difficult, and I'm a procrastinator, so I took like a couple days off before I even started the looks. But the second part, it was just like, how do I balance actually working as a Ru girl and getting ready for this? That was the most difficult part for sure.
Let me tell you, sorry I interrupt you, but this woman, when we're filming semifinals, every night she bring a piece of fabric and I don't know, it was cardboards, I don't know. And then the next day, when we have the time call to come back to the studio to film, she got this great and amazing costume, all full in 175,000 rhinestones, every night. So kudos to you, because it's not easy.
Yes.
I've been working on TV since 1999. And prepare and produce a costume, at least for TV, it takes like 4 days because TV time. Her, it was every night. And I was asking her like, hey baby, are you okay? And even remember that we have like,
and I was like,
sodas
yes,
and things.
Cynthia, I'm
and she
okay.
was like, I'm fantastic. And I'm like, that is suffering. Yes, no, I'm just kidding. But the thing is like the commitment that you have, I mean, all that is in part first of talent. Second, because you're fucking young. Because me at 44, I'm going to take like 3 weeks at least to do just arms, to the complexion and complexity of a shirt. But her, it was a night, boom. And I'm like, oh, this is one that you need to keep an eye because you were amazing.
I absolutely love that. Before we go back to the show, I did want to ask you this, Lydia. They ask you, like, you just finished. You had just finished. You get eliminated, and they ask you this. Was this something that you're like, yes, I'll do it? Or was it like, damn, do I really want to get into this so quick? Like, how did you come to the decision to saying yes?
Well, RuPaul called me on the phone, and I said, Ru, are there going to be eliminations? And she said, no, baby doll. So I said, okay, I'll come back. Yes, let's do it.
So she lied to you. Okay.
No, I was really gagged when they said that we're going to be eliminated in the merge. I was like, what the? I did not sign up for this. But it was an immediate yes for sure. I thought it'd be funny.
I love that, and the ambition, the challenge. I mean, you alone for me are a winner of it all. To go back that soon, and look, and it's one thing to go back that soon, but to go that soon and look the way that you did and perform the way you did. Absolutely kudos to you.
Thank you so much.
Love.
We were wanting to ask all these questions when she was first here because the whispers were happening. We're like, shit, we can't ask her yet. So
we couldn't.
Great job.
Say it, but now we can, and we'll tell you more later. Let's go back to the show. Okay, tell us about your what made you all decide your Snatch Game characters, inspiration, all that stuff, and if you had a backup one.
So in my case, I don't look like nobody. Like, it was hard. And after traveling, Japan and India, and having my spiritual connection, and having some, penetration, I come to conclusion that I need to do kind of fictional characters that are registered so the production doesn't have to pay like a lot of money for that. And I'm like, wait, hold on a second. Something that people don't know. Fun fact. Years ago, for season 2 and season 3 of Dracula, I was part of the rumor cast. Crazy.
Dracula?
It wasn't not even J. Jolie. Crazy. Because I came from a part of a show in Austin called Poo Poo Platter with Luciana Purchase, one of the finalists for season 1 of Dracula. And I know the Bullet Brothers for so many years. So that's why I was on the rumors. But anyway, yes, I'm dark inside of my anus, I know. I like horror movies. And I'm like, this is the best thing that I can do because this is what I love. Because really, I don't look like nobody. Second option was Frankie Grande.
That would have been.
Oh
That
my
would have been a
God,
key.
Cynthia.
And Kiki. I text him and I'm like, Frankie, I'm going to a spiritual retreat, aka MasterChef. He's like, oh, MasterChef, chalupas for my life. Can I have the option to impersonate you? And she's like, yes. And he was like, you need to bring like a big like teddy bear, and it looks like Eureka O'Hara, you know? So she's your drag mom and do your makeup and everything. I'm like, but I don't have your abs. He said, just talk with Jimbo and get those like crazy latex suits, you know? But I feel more confident with Dracula.
Okay, and that's what it's about. And
Yeah.
that's what it's about.
Yeah,
You can
absolutely.
make that your own.
That's
no
really
one's
what
done
it's
it
about.
either.
Yes, absolutely.
How about you, Lydia?
This isn't the chance to take risks.
Right,
girl.
no, it
yeah,
isn't.
something different, you know?
How about you, Lydia?
Oh God, don't hate me. Honestly, I really forget how I chose. It's so traumatic and all a
Yeah.
blur. I think I had like a couple different options. I was like gonna do Catherine O'Hara again or Steve-O.
Oh my God.
Whoa,
Yeah.
that's a good one.
Yeah, but every time I brought up Steve-O to RuPaul, she was like, she did that thing where she was like, sure.
Yeah.
And like when they say like do a character that RuPaul like doesn't know that it might work out, that's do a character that RuPaul knows, you know?
Yeah.
It will work out in your favor. So I just decided Pete Burns on a whim, honestly.
Which I think everyone did a good job picking a character. Ru knows, with the exception of Aja. Batty had to
Yeah.
tell me who her character was.
Cookie f***ing Tookie.
Tookie.
I don't know who that is.
Who did
You
you
don't know
say she was, Batty?
Mortician.
Is she from Philadelphia?
Sure.
Somewhere over there. Yeah, I believe she's no longer with us.
She went to a
She is
funeral
not.
home.
Yeah.
She's not. Rest in peace, Cookie Tookie.
A very big personality,
Yeah.
you know.
She's hilarious.
Love it.
Work. That's it. Should we go back and see?
Yeah, let's go back to the show.
GPS,
I
Lost.
listen. This is one of my favorite episodes, Snatch Game, because
I
even when
hate
it's
it.
bad, it's still so good. So I'm super excited to see this. So let's go ahead and go back to the show. Okay. So we just watched Snatch Game.
Yes.
Yeah. The touch of symbolism with the crown. If y'all didn't get that, if you know, you know.
You know, yes. Drag Race lore.
Yeah, we'll keep it moving. No, we won't talk about it because we won't talk about certain people. We're just gonna leave that alone.
Ooh.
But
At the
let's
top.
talk about Snatch Game.
Yeah, we
Yes.
started off with Bosco as Kenny Kerr. Thoughts on her? Did you enjoy?
So sickening. I did
She
not know.
was very funny, sorry.
Yeah, no, you're good. I didn't know what was happening behind me. I did not know there was the wig switches going on. That
Yeah.
it was very impressive. I was entertained.
I love when she broke character.
That makes
That's
it better.
my
Yes.
favorite thing. It just makes it that much funnier. I live for that. Okay, so we had Bosco, Irene the alien as Zsa Zsa Gabor. How do we like that one?
Loved it.
Yeah, I had limited knowledge on Jaja, but she made me laugh. I was
Yeah.
laughing the whole time.
Yeah.
at Irene.
I thought
It was
so too.
really good.
Really quick, was it a lot longer than we just saw?
Yes.
Yes.
Fun fact, production tips. Season 9, it was 3 hours filming for Snatch Game. Now they know what they are doing. We're Wonder. I love you guys. So it's just only 1 hour. Wow. 1 hour. So here's
Damn.
the thing. It was just only 3 questions right now that you guys saw. But we have from 5 to 7 questions in an hour. And it's a little bit hard to develop your character because RuPaul wants to advance to the next question. Because it's like 9 of us. You know what I'm saying? So he just focused on the questions, your response, next contestant. You know? So it
Yeah.
was an hour, boom, 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 and let's go.
Yeah. So, would you say it was pretty accurate as far as what we saw? Yeah.
Oh, I did terrible.
Did you?
I did horrible. Yeah, it was. I feel like that was very. It was like the best of. You know what
Yeah,
I mean?
yeah.
Yeah, for sure. What about you, Cynthia?
We were sitting here and she said, I don't remember any of this.
No, I literally do not
She's like,
remember
I
anything that
blacked out.
happened
Yeah.
in Snatch Game.
Yeah.
It's all a blur.
So let's go back to each one to analyze every single character. Irene the alien, we enjoyed her, right? Yes,
Yes.
fun. I thought it was funny.
Yeah, it was good.
Yeah. And then in that group, who did we have? Aja.
Aja.
Aja's the last one
Cookie
of that
Tookie.
group.
I just. Yeah, go ahead.
I thought,
Well,
personally, she is the only one that I do remember, and I'm quoting it still to this day. Maybe it's just a Cookie Tookie thing. Maybe it's an Aja
because she
thing.
was 6 next to you.
Yes, she was. You're right. But I don't know. I just have a soft spot for Aja, and I thought it was hilarious.
Yeah.
What did you think, Cynthia?
Well, the magic of editing and what you guys said, production.
Production.
1, 2, 3, production.
Production.
Because over there, compared to season 9 filming, for me, respectfully, I love all my sisters. It was a little bit boring.
The Crystal LaBeija was stronger.
So
yeah.
all the parts were put together by editors. Makes sense now. But there, it's just only RuPaul laughing. And maybe some production staff like, "Ah!" That's it. So imagine a room full of production staff and just one person laughing because it's the only one allowed to laugh because sound system is going to collect that laughing.
Girl.
And that's it because, of course, RuPaul is the host and the owner of Drag Race. So she's the one that decides to laugh or not. You know what I'm saying? So that was the only thing. Like filming over there, and let me tell you, a lot of my peer sisters were a little bit nervous about all the entire process. Why are you laughing?
Because Snatch Game is a living nightmare. It's
Exactly. Thank you.
Oh, it's
You know,
horrifying.
For
Yeah.
me, I have fun because I don't give a f- The way that my brain works, it's like Tammy Brown Latino version, period.
T, oh my God,
I
yes.
love it.
Teleporting to
I
and
love
Naysha
it.
knows.
I love
Naysha
it.
knows.
I see it now.
But
I
the
love
thing
it. I
is,
see
like,
it.
the way that is filmed is Snatch Game right now, for future people that is going to audition for the show, Snatch Game is just only an hour, and focus on the responses of every single question, because you're not going to have time to develop your character correctly.
Just say something, honestly.
Yeah.
Just say something stupid.
That's what I did.
I thought you were fantastic.
The ring.
The ring.
Let's move to the girls from group 2. We had Georges.
As Pitbull.
As Pitbull.
Yes.
I thought
Georgia
it
was funny.
Amazing.
I thought it was
Georgia was
hilarious.
Amazing.
Great.
I thought
She
it was
did that
hilarious.
one.
Yeah. And then we had Lydia. Lydia, I thought you were funny.
Yeah, your Pete Burns was
I
really
thought you were
good.
great. Yeah.
I was trying my hardest. I'm not like a comedy queen, but I was clawing my way to those answers.
The look was
Yeah.
spot on, though. Great
Well,
job.
I thought it was
Thank you.
great. I thought it
Thank
was
you.
great. And then we had,
Mistress as
Miss-
Natalie Nunn. Okay.
Damn.
I'm a fan of Bad Girls Club. She hit the Natalie quotes, but it wasn't funny. That's all. She was just, and she was being herself. She kept saying, wake it up, kind of like how Roxy was doing the Where My People At. It's like,
Yeah.
you
Right.
can't say that as you're
but
impersonating somebody.
it's so funny because she forgot that it's funny first, impersonation second. She doesn't even care if you impersonate the person. Doesn't matter if she doesn't know them, if she knows them. It's about being funny, and it was not funny, no matter how accurate it was. And it was just kind of cringe a little bit.
Do y'all remember her getting any laughs? or
A
was it
little.
cringy? Okay.
It was.
Okay.
Honey, like live over there filming, RuPaul just only laughed at the first question. The rest of the 5 questions and 7 questions that he asked,
Crickets.
EKG. Oh yeah.
Crickets.
Oh no. No.
I love it.
And let me tell you, one that really stand out for me live, you were very funny. Ginger were very funny. Mr. Worldwide, yes. Fireball. George.
Pitbull just.
Roscoe did a phenomenal job. And what I explained to you before about develop your character like you can interrupt your poll and, get that interaction, but we couldn't. It was Bosco's. And you see that on the second question that she tried to maintain a relationship of this is the character that I'm building up for you. And RuPaul said like, next contestant.
Yeah.
Because RuPaul now filmed this in an hour. Bye, let's go. It's not like back in the days, it used to be like a couple of hours.
I have a
No, no,
question.
no, no.
When you guys answer their questions and RuPaul's like, yeah, so what do you think? And goes to somebody else. Does that kill the mood for you? Like, are you like
Honestly,
is it hard to
yes.
recover from that?
Yes.
Honestly, for example, in my case, that she was asking like, "What's the ring?" and she looked to Raja, and I'm like, it happens to me on Sofia Vergara when it was the amazing, absolutely stunning Candace Cain, former Miss Continental and actress. She's amazing. And when she was asking like, oh, what she said, I'm like, oh, here we go. We're going down the hill, you know? So it tried to kill the vibe, and you try to build up a conversation and interaction with her, because you try to say like extra stuff, AKA, Jeans Monsoon, where's my camera? You know? But no, for us, it was very specific. It was limited. It was cut into time. She wants to hear your answer. If the answer was funny, if your answer was not funny, okay, let's move to the.
Oh, and it's even
Was
worse.
it challenging for you to recover from that if you heard her not laugh? Yeah.
Yes, it's even worse whenever she asks you to repeat the question, like repeat the answer.
Oh.
She doesn't laugh the first time, and then she doesn't laugh the second time too, and you're like, oh. Oh, so what do you gotta say, Reba? It's like terrible. It's terrible.
Oh, damn.
A nightmare.
Okay. Let's talk about the group 3. We have Ginger Minge.
Sickening.
I thought she was hilarious. I wish I would have seen more, actually, right? Was it kind of short for Ginge? Like, I wanted to see more of Ginger.
We saw her all of 3 bracket.
That was...
Let's
She's
highlight
not wrong.
somebody else.
That was shady.
What's for dinner?
was
What's for dinner?
truthful.
No, but listen, you know what's so funny is that how about we show her when she's actually doing really well?
Really well, right.
But listen,
You know what I mean?
let me tell you, she's a professional. She
Consummate.
been in musical theater. She got
Yeah.
a country album. She been everywhere. You know what I'm saying? Like Trailblazer for Logo TV. She was singing "I Am What I Am." She's everywhere. She is a complete, amazing, rounded entertainer. Batty, don't be shady. Don't laugh that way.
No, I'm not. I
Hey.
love you just went into full song, and it was just so good.
I mean, it's just one part. Cash App everybody me, okay?
Wait. We have to go back to the show, but before we
I'm
do,
sorry, I'm
we
sorry.
have to get through these. So let's do
Sorry.
No, you're fine, baby. Let's do Diabetes. Do we like Diabetes?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Great Jane.
SpongeBob?
She
Are you
looks-
kidding?
Yeah, I thought it was really funny. She had a few. Oh, Miss Thing's
One
looking at
that's
him. I asked
sparkling.
about
Wow.
Diabetes. She looked at
She's
the menu.
hungry.
And then let's talk about Cynthia. Cynthia, really
What
quick.
do you think? Be
The-
honest. I like it.
Cynthia, was the tooth an accident or purpose?
Actually,
It was on purpose.
It was a Chanel moment, season 1, with the head of
Yes.
Medusa, you know, falls. So I'm
Uh-huh.
like, I need to look for something to grab the attention of RuPaul. And that was the moment that I said, like, that's what happened when you're not going to the dentist for 100 years,
Yeah.
you know? But I still suck in your
She's a
block and
professional.
dick.
She rolled with it.
Yeah.
You know?
And you
know?
had peaks and valleys, and when it was a lower one, she was still laughing. So
Yeah.
you still had her in the palm of your hand, Eva.
So I
Yeah.
did the assignment, yes or no?
Yes. Okay, so let's go ahead and see how this turns out. Let's go back to the show.
Woo!
Okay, let's talk about how everyone is feeling right now. I don't think Aja has any. Do you think she has anything to worry about? Everyone on the panel, do you think it's like, what do you think?
Based on her performance, yeah, a
Yeah,
little
you
bit.
think
I would
so?
be nervous. She, as we saw, she didn't get as many laughs, and
Okay.
other people did shine a little more,
Yeah, and then what I would say is that she would have to lip sync against Mistress,
which would be so good.
which would be so good. What do you think?
I thought she was great. It's really hard when RuPaul doesn't know the character, the person. I mean, we've seen so many seasons of the show. What's the sense of going on there and trying to do something that she doesn't know? Everybody else had an older character except for those two. So it's kind of just the way that I see it.
Right. In the room, though, it was very much like we were all scared. Like, they didn't show how scared we all were, except for, like, the few who were absolute, like, smash hits. We were all like, oh, my God, that was absolutely horrible. What is going to happen? So it was a lot of fear all around, for sure.
So the thing is, when you film a Snatch game, like I told you before, the room is like with 37 production staff, and then RuPaul, and then you have Raja and Raven. It's a dead silence, so you don't know if the jokes are landing or not. You know what I'm saying? So that's why everybody was so nervous. And also in our group, in our semi-finalist group, we have people that never did Snatch game before. So it's nerve-wracking for everybody. For me, I don't care, because I'm crazy. I need like mental health assistance. You know what I'm saying? I don't care. I love TV. Whatever is a camera in front of me, I bring a chancla, I bring a condom, I bring a lube, I bring a dildo. You never know, or I'm high. You never know.
I think that's a strength. That's absolutely amazing. I love that.
Because you have to be stupid and booky. Well, that's what I knew on 17 years of the show. Because we have great and amazing performances from Jimbo, Kennedy Davenport, you know, like they were crazy. Yara Sofia, the Tetas, Jessica, my coconuts, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's just let it go. Lucy La Duca, you know what I'm saying? But
Let it loose.
let loose. But you never know, because this is what happened. They filmed the Snatch game. They edited right after, not even like an hour after. They showed to the panel of judges, and that edition is what the panel of judges they watch.
How the do you know this?
Honey,
It's not her first time on TV, Lydia.
not my first time at a rodeo. Throwing a break. So
I
anyway,
am curious to know that though. Do you think they show them the full hour, or do you think they show them this edited version?
What do you think? I have no idea. Yeah, okay.
that's a mystery.
Your personal opinion.
I feel like they would have to show the full thing, and they would be like, "Oh wait, that was really funny." You know?
I don't think Michelle has the patience to sit there and watch for an hour.
I don't think Sarah Michelle Gellar is gonna be watching 3 hours of a Snatch game.
Yeah.
Because she's a superstar, you know?
Well, listen,
so I think they prepare an editing version for them.
Absolutely. I think you have to show them the edited version because you want them to judge the way you want them to judge. Do you get what I'm saying? So, and I'll just use Kara. If I want Caramel to be the funniest one, I'm going to use the questions where she was hilarious. You know what I mean? So if you see the whole thing, and you both said, you know, the whole thing is a little bit different. This is obviously condensed, you know? So I think they see the edited version. Not to mention, that's a good point, Michelle.
She ain't doing
she
that.
is sitting there for an hour or 3 hours and watching this. So yeah, I agree.
Before we jump back in, something else they did edit out. I love that Irene called Mistress out and said, if you want to start it, you tell us who you think should be in the bottom. But she only mentioned you. Who else did she say was in the bottom with that? Or who else did she think?
She mentioned Aja.
Oh, I'm sure. I think she mentioned me too.
And I think she mentioned you.
Yeah.
like
Your
very subtle.
Daughter? She really thought she
Because you're
did
their
that.
daughter.
She thought she ate
You
you
know?
Well, yes. Okay, so the thing about Mistress is when you're the loudest person in the room, I love Mistress. When you're the loudest person in the room, it kind of makes everyone else sort of believe you, or regardless of how wrong you may be. It's if you're commanding, it's very much like, you know what, she has a point, you know?
Unless your name is Mistress and you know that is lying.
Delusional.
Mouth the whole time. You're like, you can't believe anything. I mean, do you think that you got to that point where you're like, she'll say something, you're like, you have to be lying?
I mean, I don't know. I was just very much like ready for the runway. I was like Jasmine Masters, like for that dress girl, you're safe as you know. I was very much excited for the runway and looking forward to the future. In my mind, I had a bulletproof vest on, so I don't know.
I live. No, I thought it was a good Snatch game overall. Yeah, did we enjoy it overall? Yeah.
Well, let me tell you, sorry I interrupt you.
Go for it.
My apologies for the reconvenience.
Your show. I'm just here to be a part of it.
But listen, it's nerve-wracking to film all that entire sketch for an hour. And the laugh comes from the host. You don't have a live audience that can react as SNL. So we all were nervous in a way because we didn't know what the outcome is going to be, you know? Mistress was saying like, she laughed for all the wrong reasons because I went crazy and spooky. But my irreverent comedy, it's not the first time at the rodeo that you see irreverent comedy on Drag Race on Snatch Game. So this time maybe, exactly. So this, they go, woohoo, pew pew. So, thank you my love, I love your hair. So the thing is that you never know how everything goes. Sorry, ADHD. You know, so seeing the editing right now and see the majority of my sisters having moments of fun moments, good jokes, it validates like what we did over there that everybody was sweating like a man they are. Well, sorry, Roscoe, Aja, I love them. Transgender, goddesses, you're welcome.
Arm the dog.
Thank you. Edit that. Because I love it. High five for the community, LGBTQ rights, okay?
Let's go back to the show before she gets canceled right now. Let's go back
Shut
to the show. I love you, and I don't want no one to cancel my sister.
I love that.
Transgender?
Okay, so we saw the runways.
I know you guys do the shop.
Are we tooting and booting?
I start.
Cynthia's ready to
Listen,
chop.
we're gonna do.
So
we're
we can
gonna
pass
do-
through easily, okay?
Yes, we're gonna do tens across the board or a chop. You both know how this works. You're gonna give it a chop or tens across the board. We're gonna start with the first group. Also, I like this runway. Did you guys really enjoy this runway? I really liked
Love
it.
a 2-in-1. Love a 2-in-1.
I really liked it. Okay, so let's start with Aja.
Came out in a green suit, turned into a butterfly
Yes,
dress.
it was cocoon, she
Two,
said,
bitch.
into the butterfly.
2.
So it's chop.
Chop or 10.
Yeah, we don't have the rights
Wrong
to that.
show, dear. Wrong show.
Sorry.
No. So tens across the board or chop. What are you gonna?
Tens across
Tens
the board.
across the board.
Yeah, tens across the board, for sure.
What, Cynthia, tens across the board, chop.
9.5 across the board.
Eh,
No, I'm
no,
just
no.
kidding. 10 across the board. It was beautiful.
Perfect.
It was
Batty?
10.
Well, okay, wait. Here, this is very important. Actually,
Pop
before we
up. Yes,
continue,
please.
Cynthia recently she just told me just a second ago that the criteria was to have 3 reveals. I did not know this,
Oh.
so I think we should base it off of that too.
Oh. Take your time. Take your time. It'll happen.
Hey.
There we go.
Okay.
So still tens across the board.
Okay. Still tens across the board. What about you?
Tens for
Tens.
me for
It's gonna be tens across the board for me. The only thing was the presentation. Baby, had she maybe she didn't get to practice in it or something, but had it the ripple weight, everything been perfect, it would have been probably one of my favorite ones because it was beautiful. Like the way the monarch butterfly was made and the way the skirt was made, absolutely beautiful. And she looked stunning, right? The black hair.
That's the only thing that I had with this
Yeah.
category was how they had to reveal themselves.
Yeah, the presentation.
Everything was great except for the execution
Yeah.
of trying to get that off.
And guess what? Sometimes you don't get the costume till you leave.
Right there, yeah.
And then you don't
Yeah,
even
yeah.
get to rehearse in it. You know, you just never know what the situations are. But yeah. Okay, so now we're going to move to Irene the alien. You, Irene.
amazing. One of my favorites.
Wow.
Yeah. I haven't cursed the whole day, I think. So that's my first bad word. So F you, Irene, for being so damn fierce. That was so sickening to me. The face reveal.
Beyond.
Then the ripping away.
Such a stark difference.
It was
yeah.
sickening, yes?
Tens across the
Tens
board.
across.
Tens.
Tens
Diez,
across.
diez.
20s,
Okay.
baby.
Perfection.
And rounding off this group, was that it? Oh, Bosco.
Bosco.
Yes,
Bosco.
love Bosco.
Tens.
10 across the board.
Tens.
Yes.
Fab.
Tens.
Tens.
Tens as well.
Tens, perfect. Group 2, let's start with Georges. I'm going to give it 10.
Ten
I thought it
across
was
the-
clean. I thought she looked beautiful.
Yeah.
Something I feel like we haven't seen from Georges. So
Yeah.
yeah, that was really good.
Love.
Lots of fabric for Georges. I lived.
Yes.
Tens.
I would.
And
yeah.
and she wasn't eating up in the dress. She looked great. Tens.
Yeah.
It was great. I thought it was really. I loved the suit. I loved the dress. It was very. I'm mad that I did not have it. I think tens across the board.
What did you think, Cynthia?
Fun fact, real quick. RuPaul was talking about Aja's and George's design for 10 minutes. And the designs were made by Jeffrey Kelly Abbey's.
We'll see the critiques later on,
Oh, I'm
so we don't
sorry.
want to give anything away.
10 across the board.
We don't want to give anything away, but
Naysha is gonna kick my ass.
No. But I was gonna say, you had one designer who made Georges, Aja's, and Diabetes, which is a friend of mine, Jeffrey Kelly. He made all 3 of those, and all 3 of those are absolutely different, which I'm sure was a challenge in its own. So shout out to Jeffrey. I love you, Jeffrey. But we'll talk about the critiques from RuPaul when we go right back to it. We don't want to get you in trouble. Okay, so we got Georges, and then we have
Lydia.
Let's do Mistress before we do Lydia.
Okay.
Let's do Mistress. How do we feel about Mistress? Chop or tens? We'll start with you, Cynthia.
Yo no hablo inglés.
That's a chop. That's a chop. Lydia.
So, okay, so
Chop.
I actually I have a story.
That's your
though.
father!
So Cynthia said that I was like up every night sewing things, and so the night before that runway, Mistress did hand me her skirt. She said, "Sister, she said, daughter, can you add a couple extra yards of tulle into my skirt?" And I said, "Sure." So I did. So I feel like I have to say tens, but I'm gonna say chop. I'm sorry.
Yeah. What do you think?
Chop.
Chop.
Yeah, I thought it was creative, little touchy on the fat suit. However, yeah, it's a chop. She didn't have a necklace. The dress didn't hit the ground, and she would read
Yeah.
other girls for that.
Yeah.
Cara de Bill, you
I
have the
just
right words.
think it was.
Chop City.
It seemed like an afterthought for me.
It was a chop for me. The fat suit, I
didn't like that you could see the white elastic on that.
I just didn't like it. Period. It was just bad. It was just bad.
And I love the
It was,
message.
the whole thing was like, obviously there's a skirt under there, so it's all lumpy and then you're like, okay, we get it. You're gonna rip that out. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like every single one of them, you're like, that's a suit, but I don't know what the hell's coming. What's underneath? That you're like, I don't want to see what's underneath. You know what I mean? And that's no shade. That's just.
But I do.
It's a chop. I didn't want to. I was like, keep that shit on. And then we have Lydia B. Kollins. Baby.
Perfection. 10.
No notes.
I'm gonna do 10s across the board, but I want to know who made it. Did you make that?
No, that was a Pittsburgh designer, Brian David. He made my promo look for All Stars, and he's fantastic.
It was tailored so
He's
well.
so
It fit
cool.
you so beautifully.
Yeah.
And that blue, great choice. Oh my
Blue
god,
is
so
very
good. So good. 10s for
I
me.
loved it. Your makeup was giving like one of the Patrick Nagel girls.
Oh,
yeah,
thank
it
you.
was really stunning. Diva.
God,
I
thank
lived.
you.
10s, gorgeous, Lydia.
Thank
10s
you.
across the board from everyone. Okay, let's do diabetes. I don't remember it. Oh, I do.
Gym
Oh, it
suit.
was a
Gym
sport.
suit with the
I just-
sweaty.
I just
suit.
remembered.
Yeah.
Track
And then
suit.
and it's true. She had the 3 reveals. So did Irene with the mask and then the thing. So that's 3 different, and the hair. So some of them did have 3. How do you feel about it? About Dias?
I liked it. But she wore a tracksuit for a Snatch game, so I don't know. It was just a little wah for me. That's all.
Yeah. Okay.
Chop.
So you want to see
Chop.
something
So
different.
You're
Yes.
chop.
Okay,
So it's
I
a
got
chop
you.
for you.
I'm gonna give her
Batty?
10s.
You're gonna give
It
her
was
10s?
something I've never seen Daya wear something like that.
So you didn't watch Snatch Game. Okay, moving on.
No, I did. Wow.
The shame of it all.
I didn't come to work to get your mouth today, okay?
Okay.
Cynthia,
Lydia,
what
what did you think? 10s across the board?
Oh,
Or?
I think 10s. Rhinestones sweat on the. Are you kidding?
Yeah.
That was
lived.
cute.
That was cute. What did you think?
I like it. 10 across the board. It was her branding, so yes.
Yeah. I thought it was really cute. I thought the take on a track suit was creative because everyone else was going to do more of a conventional,
Tailored suit,
a
yeah.
tailored,
But when everyone's
menswear.
unconventional, is anyone?
Is I mean, you know what I mean.
I'm kidding.
You know what I mean.
Hear what you say, taking in the 3 reveals, I'll give it a 10.
Yeah. So I'm gonna give it 10s across
Yeah.
the board, but it was like barely. Anyway,
Wow.
okay. So then let's do Ginger Minge.
Oh.
Okay. So she said it was a Janelle Monáe Doechii reference. Sort of, kind of. It was giving more Michael Jackson Smooth Criminal. Yes.
Caramel.
The only thing she was holding it where no one else was holding their reveals. So
That could have been a malfunction. Maybe you guys
Okay,
know
fair,
about
fair,
this.
fair.
Maybe it was already like broken.
Maybe it was
like
already
not, you know what I
out.
mean? Like
Yeah.
it couldn't close, so she had to hang on to it. Maybe I don't know. I'm making.
Well,
who
the
knows?
thing is, she couldn't find her. So it was like loops. It was like sutured together in the back, but she couldn't. It was hard to find the loops, so she fully had to like predispose herself. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I guess it's hard to give Doechii when you're Ginger Minge.
that part too. I'm like, Doechii.
She
But
saw
I'm gonna say 10s
Anya.
across the boards for sure.
What did you think, Cynthia? 10s across the board or chop?
6 across the board. I mean, I
Chop.
like.
That's a
Listen,
chop.
I like the wedding gown, but the cover up
I
and it
am
was
a
just
Ginger
only
Minge
2
apologist. I'm
pieces
sorry.
revealed. So, and on the rules, on the welcome
Oh.
letter for semifinals,
we go.
Uh-huh.
sent by production,
Oh.
it said 3 parts reveal.
Oh,
3 parts.
So I follow the rules.
Got it.
Even it was like 4.5 in my case, but we going leave me at the end.
Yeah. So, Batty, did you do 10s across the board or it was a chop?
it's chop.
Chop.
Batty is not having it today.
Again, it was just, it's really hard to put a whole, like, tutu skirt and all that fabric underneath that suit. It looked like something was trying to explode out of it. You know what I mean? Like, it just didn't look good.
Oh, I loved
you know what
it.
I mean?
I'm sorry. I loved it.
No. I thought
GPS
I thought the
signal
idea
lost.
was great, but it's like, for example, if you're gonna like those pants, let's say you throw in some boning in there and some structure, then the fabric looks nice and flat, opposed to it like all lumpy, and you're like, oh, there's a gown under there. Just certain execution. That's not her problem. That's more the designer, I guess.
Right.
But I don't know, it was a chop for me. The idea, though, was cute. I wish you would have said, I'm the groom and now I'm the bride,
Yes,
opposed
I
to
was gonna
giving,
say-
I'm Janelle Monáe,
The references were
the
wrong.
fashion goddess.
The references were wrong,
And,
but the outfit was right.
Exactly.
Yes,
It was
yes,
like,
yes.
girl, let's bring it back.
Fair.
Let's talk about what it really looks like. But anyway.
I'll give her 10.
Last but not least, Cynthia Lee Fontaine.
Yeah.
Cynthia, tell us, inspiration, what happened.
So I went literal tiramisu. I have all the
Very
all
smart.
the colors for the dessert, you know? And of course, my ass was the main dish. That's what I'm selling my branding. So for me, 20 out across the board. You're beautiful, you're gorgeous. Eve Evangelista, it was perfect. But we need to respect my superstar diva's opinion. So
Well, no, Cynthia, we know
even
you.
if I don't care.
We know you do the runway twice. The other time, was it a flawless execution of taking everything off?
Actually, it was not twice runway.
One time for this.
Just
One
one time.
time.
Let's go.
That's new. Okay.
RuPaul have to go to the bathroom. The pamper was full of pee, so
Oh.
one more time. Just one more
Baby,
time and let's go.
Cynthia said, I'm never going back to this show ever. I'm going to say
this
whatever the I want. RuPaul and her diaper. I'm quoting Cynthia. I didn't say that.
Pamper full
Just-
of piss.
Just so we're clear. I live.
Rob! No,
I
just kidding
live.
now. Robada. I'm sorry.
I live. I will say the creative part, the fact that you went tiramisu, that's absolutely, and I love it because it's like a play off. I just love it. Anyway, go
But
ahead.
it's a shop, you know.
What is
Lovely
your take?
shop.
What is your take?
I loved it. Tens across the board.
Oh, wow. So you're top because you like my ass? Aw. Carrie! Sorry.
I'm
Corey
married.
King,
I'm married.
Corey,
This-
Carrie.
Now,
Shout out
Again,
Carrie
me.
Colby.
Besides the execution, it is a 10. Yes. I've taken it off.
I'm gonna give you your 10s, not because you're sitting here, not because I don't. I always tell the truth. You know this. It was just the execution for me.
yeah, the
That's
execution
all.
was the only
Oh,
thing.
thank you.
And you did rate when I was talking about not being able to rehearse in it and stuff like that. You did raise your hand. Were you not able to rehearse in it and try it out beforehand?
It arrived a day before I was flying to LA.
Yeah.
And the thing is, this I gotta be real. Can I be real?
You could be real.
Sorry, Real
Should be
by Cynthia Lee
vulnerable.
Fontaine. Cuckoo Confessions. So it was hard for me to find designers in the U.S. that helped me, because of course, season 8 and season 9, I portrayed a comedy cookie drag queen. Even if I had the money, even if I was responsible and I was on time, like it was a little bit of a challenge for me. It's not an excuse, but it was a challenge. So I find these amazing Latinx designers from Mexico and Venezuela. A 10 winner of the Más Draga, Daniel Mindiola, you know, dressed like Lorena Herrera, Ana Barbara, and this amazing Venezuelan designer, Ray designer, that he designed this for me. It's the same one that designed the tiramisu look, you know? And he was so nervous, and I'm like, you know what? Whatever happens, it's okay. We move forward, we learn, you know? But I'm proud to say that all my entire package, it was made by Latinx members of the community of the Latinx community.
Love that.
I want to make sure I represent
that.
Puerto Rico and my Latinx community, you know?
I love that.
So, that's it.
I appreciate that. That's absolutely amazing. And listen, for any designers that watch this, this is very it's very challenging.
Hey!
Well, yeah, it's very challenging for the contestants as it is, not taking on a project because it's not a favorite or it's not a fashion queen or you're like, oh, I don't know if they're gonna make it. Like, shame on you. Shame on you. Because we have to remember that this is overall queer representation. And we want everyone to be representative in a positive light, in a fair light, in a great light. So everyone here deserves the same treatment.
Yeah.
Please know that.
And girl, the
With
check's
that
still clear
said-
anyway.
With that, what'd you say?
The check's still clear for them anyway.
Right? Hello. With that said, we're going to go back to the show. We want to see all these critiques and what's going on. Sometimes they give these critiques that I'm like, shut up.
Naysha,
language.
Naysha,
Language.
Can I
Wait,
say something?
But
Sorry.
listen, the thing about the suit with Lydia, and I'm sure, it was tucked away in the suit. She could have steamed that, and she has to go from the workroom to the stage. Then they're waiting. Then I'm sure you're standing there waiting till they're setting. Then every person is going on before it. It's sitting there tucked away in the suit. So that's when I'm like, why are you even saying stuff like that?
And here is the tea. The tea is, it was steamed not once but twice. But, okay, the thing is, I also could have chose a different fabric than satin that crinkles so easily, but it was steamed. It crinkles so easily.
No, shut up.
Don't give Carson
You look
that.
amazing.
Yeah, don't give him the benefit of the doubt.
Right? Silk is
Amazing.
very difficult. You know that. But I have something to say. This is for Patreon.
Tell
Okay.
him, Cynthia.
Picture it. UK Drag Race. You're not allowed, Joe Black, to joke about H&M. But here in America, we can joke about Temu.
Claude. Okay. She's saying.
And okay.
Yeah, no,
Period.
She just let RuPaul have it, y'all.
Because she didn't read her for getting Temu, which she read Joe Black for getting the H&M. It doesn't make sense.
I'm living.
Yo no hablo inglés. But I love all my sisters. Okay, thank you.
Okay, so what do we think about these
What
critiques?
do we think about these critiques? Well, I want to hear from both of you.
This is the first time you
This
guys
is the first
hear-
time you get to hear these and see these. What are your thoughts hearing what they're saying about the both of you?
I mean, I don't know. I definitely think it's what I expected. It's what I thought in the moment, you know? So I definitely feel like it made sense, and I was very worried about the steaming. That's why I steamed it twice. But as for the Snatch game, I hate to be a pushover, but I agree, you know? I think it makes sense. It makes sense, but also there's circumstantial things that happen, you know?
Well, so we have 17, almost 18 years of the show. And we know we have the opportunity to see winners doing irreverent comedy. That's what I like to do. If you ask me what color is the day today, I'm going to tell you my butthole is bleach. That's the way that I am, you know? And seeing other, my sisters winning Snatch game or other, maxi challenges and improv comedy challenges too as well. And me being criticized this way, I have so many questions. I love the production. What a wonder. I love you guys. I love Mama RuPaul Charles. Yes. But I have so many questions. You know what I'm saying? So what they are looking at the end of the day, it's the question.
Yeah.
You know? I did the most in all the entire, my bracket number 3, and then now. And then all of a sudden, Snatch Game was terrible for her. So I don't know. We need to study this on Harvard, brain, biology. I don't know.
Well, I want to see how this turns out, so let's go right back to the show.
What just happened?
Acapella.
Wait, stop it real quick. Low key, that was a very hard lip sync.
Very hard to do.
There was
It's an a cappella
there
lip
was
sync from
a
an
cappella,
Frank.
no music to disguise and no beats to either you caught the words
Right.
or you did not. And it was apparent if you
Yes.
did or did not. That looked hard.
That was Who's Zoomin' Who by Aretha Franklin, the acapella version. What the
Listen, that looked really
They said, "We're gonna
hard.
get them. Watch
yeah,
this."
Yeah. That looked really hard. Okay, let's see the results to this.
Stop.
Yes! Let's make some noise for Miss Cynthia Lee Fontaine.
Cuckoo!
Cuckoo! Cuckoo! Cuckoo!
Cuckoo!
Hey, baby, we loved seeing you up there again. It was great to see you. I said it last week. I said what you see on that screen is exactly what you get in person. She's not only super kind, but she's super real. What you see is what you get. I absolutely love and adore you, and I'm so proud of you. And we here at Roscoe's, we're super excited to have you, and congratulations.
Listen, it was a journey, after almost 8 years.
Yeah.
We've been on season 9, season 8, 9 years, you know. Having the opportunity to come back to the TV show, it was great. I love TV, you know. And for me, like, a little bit I forget about the competition and just focus on the camera, you know, Magic Chancla, showing my ass to the world. I bet my mother is watching right now, like, mijo, I told you, you know. But all the love and support from all of you. Thank you, Naysha. Thank you, Carmel. Thank you, Batty. Thank you for everything. You know, because you guys been texting me the amount of love and support that I get right now, because finally, after season 8 and season 9, I had the opportunity, I was able to show I'm a singer, I'm crazy comedy, which, by the way, next Friday, July 11, world premiere of Bum Bum. New single and music video, guys. I'm coming with music. So thank you so very much from the bottom of my heart and the bottom of my cuckoo too for all your love and support. I love you, baby. You still in the race. Make some noise for the one and only Lydia Kollins.
And
thank you.
And now we get to watch Untucked, so we're gonna get right into Untucked. Let's throw that on. All right. We're gonna say thank you to our VIP members for always submitting questions. We're gonna ask our first question from our VIP group.
Yes. This comes from Brian in Orlando, and they would like to know how long was the time frame between the end of your first round and the start of the semifinals filming, because they find it very, very wild how people look so different.
In the confessionals, yeah.
It was a minute, right? I don't remember how long. How it was like.
I do. Can I? So July 26. It was the last day of filming.
We never get dates.
Bracket number 3.
I live.
July 26, 2024. And then April 2025, we filmed semifinals. So that's why the girls
9 months?
are looking.
8 or 9 months?
Yeah.
Someone to the math.
Nine.
Listen, I know you're looking at me that way because of that reveal. I know. But you know, Wyoming on Sempig, you know, this is me.
She said Wyoming. You meant Wagovie.
I live.
Baby, I know my states of United States. Happy 4th of July.
I live.
Anyway.
Why do we think they gave him so much time?
I don't know, but I do know that.
So let me tell you, sorry.
Yeah, you tell me everything.
So
Go
I'm
ahead,
sorry.
Cynthia.
Patreon, Roscoe's, you better follow.
VIP.
Okay.
Yeah.
This is the first time they're doing this format. So they, structured this way in order that everything was fine. But of course, they didn't knew a lot of the girls were into the medications for losing weight. And sent us an email saying like, you guys are gonna wear the same confessional looks as last year, 2024. And we were like, no. A lot of us, we lost weight. Even myself, I lost 28 pounds. Not Ozempic. I mean, no shade to everybody that use any medication. Congratulations.
Right.
If you want to live healthy, okay. But it was me not eating because I was nervous.
Yeah.
But that's why. And now, future formats, they are trying to do everything in 2 months.
Also, this is the thing. There isn't you have to remember, there's not a permanent RuPaul Drag Race set. It doesn't sit there the whole year round empty. No, when All Stars is finished, when they finish that last bracket, all of that has to be packed up and put away. And then when it gets put out again for the regular season, in between regular and All-Stars. So everything was allocated in between there when they can, when the set is up, when the set has to be taken down. And we found that out when we did All-Stars because we were still doing confessionals and they were taking everything down. And we found out that all that stuff goes to storage. They actually take everything out, which is why we were stealing everything.
Who doesn't want Naysha back on All-Stars? Make some noise.
I'm done. It's a wrap. It is a wrap for
done.
me. It is a wrap. It is a wrap
can't
for
even
me.
go.
There's a no-call list, and I'm on the first one right there. But listen, we gotta keep this moving. Also, really quick, we're really short on time, but I do want to say this: medication or not, her weight journey is we f- around and we joke and this and that, but listen, it is hard work. It is hard work because it took diet. It took diet. She did go, she worked out, she changed her entire lifestyle. So it's not where you just take this medication and you can go have an extra large pizza and live exactly the same way. That's not how that works. You still have to put in the work, and she put in the work. So please do not dismiss her hard work by saying
hard work.
Ozempic,
Yes.
Wakovi, and all this because she really did work hard. Mistress, on the other hand, no, I'm just kidding, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding! I'm just kidding!
Speaking of that, I need a hormone shot. Let's
Listen,
go back.
it's just a joke. I gotta be shady to the okay? But listen, don't dismiss their hard work because they've worked really hard. On that note, go back to the show.
Okay.
Okay, more VIP question?
Yes, this next one's for you, Miss Lydia. Cynthia, thank you for filling us in on the time frame from round 1 to semifinals. But for Lydia, Shane and Kelvin in Belfast want to know if you felt the odds were against you with the point system, since none of the queens knew what you were capable of on All Stars when you first entered. Do you
No.
feel- okay.
I mean, I don't know. I think there's like a way to do it, like a Big Brother Survivor sort of way to do it, but then you can also just sort of do really cool drag. I don't know. Personally, I don't think so. I went in with like having the mindset of having fun, and RuPaul always says if you're having fun, you're gonna, you know what I mean, girl.
Yes.
Yeah.
And did having Mistress there make it easier? Because I said that they only put you in that group because
Having
you knew her.
Yeah, well, having Mistress there never makes it easier, first of all. But it was cool to sort of have someone there that I knew going into it. But at the end of the day, I was going into it like in a completely different mindset than season 17. I just thought I have to completely suspend my disbelief and just go for it. I don't know if that makes sense.
No, it
but
does. Yeah. And then a cute little follow-up. They said they know that season 17's Lollapalooza was filmed after your first All-Stars bracket. Was there anything that you had to be careful about during filming, not to disrupt the timeline, since you were doing like kind of 2 shows at once?
Sure. I was kind of just trying to like not piss off anyone like while filming the Lollapalooza, but no, I really just I honestly just was having fun.
Okay.
I was having the best time of my life. I'm on Drag Race, so I was having a blast.
We just had the top 4, Susie, the top 5, excuse me, from your season, minus Lexi here recently, and they said they didn't really know. They just stopped getting responses from you in the group chat.
Oh, I ghosted everyone.
Okay.
Love her.
They were like, she didn't talk to us.
No,
It's
even Corey. I didn't even talk to Corey. I completely just fell off the face of the earth and went to go film All Stars. So they thought, it's like a short amount of time, and I'll be back soon enough. They won't miss me that bad.
Listen, I think it was one of the greatest decisions they made to have you on there. You've been absolutely amazing
Thank
on
you.
both seasons, and it was great to see it. And on that note, let's go back to Untuck and wrap it up. Yes. We love you, Cuckoo. Make some noise one more time for Miss Cuckoo. Do not forget that at 10 p.m., correct? 10 p.m. we start our Friday Night Lights? 10:30 we start our Friday Night Lights show, so stick around for the show where you'll see all the gals perform. But right now we want to say goodbye to the front bar. Anyone who's at the front bar that wants to join us back here for Q&A, you're more than welcome to come back here. Audience, get your questions ready. We're going to ask the panel all kinds of questions and have a real good time. But right now, please make some noise for the very gorgeous, the very talented Miss Cynthia Lee Fontaine.
And please keep that going for the beautiful Lydia Butthole Brooks Kollins King.
not BBC. Ladies and gentlemen, please make some noise for our bearded bestie. Her name is Caramel DeVille.
Keep it going for the one and only Miss Batty Davis.
And please keep that going for the stunning Naysha Lopez.
Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you.